I would never. You're not going to get me to say that Glacier is better than Sting.
Boom, said it.
It's hardcore. It's uncensored. It's On Your Mark with Mark E. Xtreme.
Ho, 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 and a bottle of rum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, reindeers and elves, Mrs. Santa and Santa Claus, and all the Hanukkah people and the Italian Christmas, gather around because it's Christmas time and we're filled with holiday cheer. And I'm Skeeter Skyflyer and I'm so excited. I can't even sleep tonight. I can't wait for all the presents that I might get, but I know the present that you get every week and every day when other stuff comes out for On Your Mark, because that's what the host of this show does. Because while he may look like a Grinch, he's a big old sack of toys, really. And he's a champion. He's never been defeated. And he's just the greatest ever, Marky Xtreme.
I got a sack for you. You know, no, Skeeter, I got a present for you. Yeah, close your eyes.
Okay.
That's right, bitch. Merry Christmas. Because, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mark. Actually, this week I am Xtreme, 15 plus years undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion and owner. And on top of that, frosty ass, sweet ass, snowy ass shit. I am the host of On Your Mark, and for years we've been giving the world the present of the best wrestling content there ever has been. And you know what? Now we're giving you the best wrestling podcast there ever has been. You guys have been you're not on the naughty list this year because you've gotten this podcast. Every Wednesday, we're giving you deep dive episodes via Dragon Wagon Radio. And there ain't nobody that's giving you a more hardcore and uncensored perspective than the 15 plus year undefeated backyard wrestling entertainment champion, because there ain't nobody that has a perspective like me. I give it to you raw, and I give it to you uncensored, and I give it to you extreme. And just because this is the Christmas episode, I don't think I'm going to clean my act up. I'm going to get even more extreme than I've ever been, bitch.
Well, this is going to be a monumental episode, and it's going to be so great. And today we're going to be talking about, not quite yet. It's still Christmas Eve. I won't reveal it just yet.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to build the suspense.
Fine.
Okay, I got a huge cryonic gift for Marky Xtreme, but first, some business. Okay. Dragon Wagon Radio. They've been so wonderful to us all year round. You should be wonderful to them too. Go check out. They have many other podcasts on the network, and it's so awesome at dragonwagonradio.com. And then we got a Patreon page where you can get content early, like these podcasts. You can listen to them before anybody else. You can get videos before everybody else. You can get all kinds of stuff on there, even exclusive t-shirts. So you can also get an Xtreme shout out. Isn't that right, Santa E Xtreme?
Yeah, yeah, Santee Xtreme. You know, the only people that make Santee's sack tingle is the skid marks over at the Patreon page, and you're getting all kinds of exclusive content and perks for being a skid mark. And one of the best, I think, is the Xtreme shout out here on the On Your Mark podcast. And the shout outs this week are as follows: Jason K, Lame Brain, Flocka171AC, Dylan Hinton, Tim Redbeard, Spot the Magic Ninja, Liam McLee, Rick Conley, Tom, Hillbilly Bryn, Angela Elias, Mr. Blix, and Miguel Diaz. Well, there you have it, Skeeter. Those are the people, those are the skid marks that keep the roof over the snowy backyard and the Christmas cookies on the table before I body slam reindeers through it.
And even if you can't throw a couple of bucks on the Patreon towards the show, the best gift that you could also give us is rating and reviewing the show on Apple Podcasts. That's where you just go on Apple Podcasts, you give a 5-star rating, like a 5-star match, like all the matches that Marky Xtreme has, and then you write a little review, and that lets people know that they need to be listening to this episode and all the other episodes, and they get notified about it, and it just shows up, and then that's just the best gift ever.
Yep.
Okay, you be a good boy, Marky Xtreme.
I'm the best fucking boy.
Okay, that's fair. Well, this is my Christmas gift to you, Marky.
This better
Xtreme.
be fucking good.
It's gonna be good. I know for real. Winter is coming. And I got news for you, Marky Xtreme.
Stop. Don't do this. I am don't.
It's December.
Thank God.
Winter is here.
Yes. Hell yes. Finally.
I don't know of a bigger fan of our subject today. That's the shoot, folks.
Fuck yeah. Woo!
It goes by one name.
Oh, hell yeah, he does.
Merry Christmas, Marky Xtreme. We're talking about, you said on the count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Sting.
Glacier.
What?
Glacier. Wait, you said Sting? Are you so happy they were talking about Glacier?
No, why do you do this to me? This podcast is already so fucking grueling, and I just want a fucking topic that I want to fucking talk about, and you keep giving me bullshit fucking topics. This is our fucking Christmas episode, and you fucking ruined it.
I don't know why you think it.
I hate you.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. How can you hate me when we spend so much time together?
I hope your dick burns off for Christmas.
In the snow? That don't make sense either. What glue you been sniffing?
You are going to get the worst fucking co-host you've ever had in this episode.
Oh, are you bringing in King Maxwell?
I wish, so he could beat your ass.
Well, why did you think I was going to say Sting?
Because AW, winter's coming.
What does that have to do with anything?
Winter came real hard over WWE or AEW. And fucking Sting came back on fucking Dynamite, remember? And he came out and there was fucking snowing and the snow was everywhere. And fucking he came in there and he walked up to Arn Anderson and he walked up to Cody Rhodes and then he walked up to fucking Darby Allin, and then he walked up to fucking Goldust and then fucking left. And it was sick.
For real, Sting showed up?
Yeah, you dumbass. Where the fuck have you been?
You said I couldn't watch AEW. You said I was banned
because you don't deserve to watch it. It's too good.
I didn't know about any of that. It's winter time, and that's Glacier because Glacier comes out in the snow. And I gave you a clue. I said cryonic, that's ice stuff. And then I also said he goes by one name.
Yeah, Sting is one name.
No, I think he's called The Sting.
Are you out of your damn mind?
He's The Sting, like The Undertaker.
What am I, The Mark?
No, you're Marky Xtreme. Don't be silliest. He's The Sting.
He's Sting.
I don't think that's true.
Are you gonna argue with me about Sting?
Okay. But I think we should get to Glacier.
Oh, because yes, that's what the people want to hear.
Yeah, I think they do because winter is here. It's Glacier. That's exciting. I thought you loved Glacier.
What? Why would I love Glacier?
Because
yes, okay, I will give credit.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, I will give credit where credit is due. He's
cool.
Shut up, fucking! I get it. Okay, good joke. No, he had a cool intro. He had a fucking cool costume.
Yeah,
He was a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He looked cool.
Yeah.
He fucking, everything about him was cool.
Yeah.
But what the fuck would I like?
You can say
Holy
he's better than Sting. It's okay.
No, he's not better. That's not what I would never. You're not going to get me to say that Glacier is better than Sting.
Boom, said it. Born Raymond M. Lloyd on May 13th, 1964 in Brunswick, Georgia. I think that's in Antarctica. Lloyd was born into a law enforcement family in Brunswick, Georgia. His father, Harold, served as a commander with the Georgia State Patrol for 28 years. His mother, Lois, worked with the Georgia Driver's License Division prior to her retirement in 1999, and his fraternal twin brother, Ron, is a retired state trooper. Now, Marky Xtreme, does that mean that Glacier's dad was a big boss man and his twin brother is the Mountie?
I'd have no clue. It's very possible.
That's exciting. Why don't people talk about that more?
Well, because maybe people just, maybe that knowledge isn't out there. I mean, people don't know who my dad is for sure. You know, there's a lot of speculation, you know, but it's not confirmed, but there's a lot of speculation. It's Hulk Hogan, maybe The Rock, you know,
Maybe Glacier.
maybe, you know,
How great would that be?
We both
you guys
have-
could go ice skating together.
we could, you know, yeah, I'd love to go ice skating with Glacier. Who wouldn't? But
Harlem Heat.
fair. But, you know, he might be my dad. Fuck. We both have kick-ass entrances. You know? I don't know. Now maybe I'm starting to see it. Maybe my tides are turning on Glacier.
Toll ride.
You're going to hell. You're going to hell.
Well, you know who's not there? Glacier. He wouldn't survive. He would just evaporate.
He's not made of ice, dummy.
That's not true. That can't be true.
He's
Have
not
you seen him?
He's not Sub-Zero.
I don't know what temperature he's at, but he's
Oh,
very
God.
cold.
I hate everything about my life with you right now.
Merry Christmas. A skilled martial artist, Lloyd took up Hung-Gai at 14, later adding
What? Wait, what?
a skilled martial artist.
No. What's the other thing you said? He's what?
Lloyd took up Hung-Gai
Okay, keep going.
at 14, later adding other disciplines. His school was owned and taught by a former government agent and a U.S. Marshal before it closed to the public in 1982. And in 1983, he began competing for the World Karate Association in full contact tournaments, eventually winning the United States Southeastern Super Heavyweight title. And during his World Karate Association stint, he was never knocked out or even knocked down. His only loss came on a disqualification. So, Mark, Xtreme, can we learn karate from a Hung-Gai?
I think the only people you could probably learn karate from is from a Hung-Gai. Probably the best people to learn karate from is a Hung-Gai. But I don't, I'm not familiar with the Hung-Gai world. I'm familiar with the Xtreme world. Different strokes for different jokes. But all I hear, is like, I didn't know all this about Glacier. I just, took him at face value and WCW from what I would used to see on TNT every week as that this guy, with this kick-ass intro, cool costume, amazing wrestling moves, looks cool haircut,
Cool eyeball.
But I didn't like him. But now the more you starting to tell me, it's like, fuck, he was fucking talented. And I just see a lot of myself in Glacier. And it's like, you wouldn't know this because you don't have human parents. But every time I start to see somebody that shares a resemblance with me of a wrestler from back in the day, I can't help but get excited at the hope. There's some hope there. Maybe Glacier's my dad.
It would be a Christmas miracle. Do we have phone lines? Can we keep them open in case he calls in? Because that'd be like one of those Hallmark Christmas movies where you call in at the end of the show and go, This is Glacier. I'm your dad.
Just pull your phone close.
Pull my what?
Pull your phone close to the mic, close to you.
Okay.
All right. And if he calls, then we'll answer it.
Well, we're doing a show. I don't want to pick up the phone during a show.
If the phone fucking rings, answer it.
That's not very professional.
Oh God. When have you ever been professional?
I'm trying. That's my New Year's revolution. Lloyd graduated in 1989 with a master's degree in kicking butt. Psych. No, he got a master's degree in
Don't say
education.
psych. Don't fucking say psych.
I'll never say it again.
Okay, continue.
Psych.
Oh my God. I
Did you get
hate
it?
you.
Because I psyched.
Yeah, I get it. I know I can psych them better than anybody.
No, but for real, he got a master's degree in education. It
Great.
wasn't kicking butt. I don't know if they had that at his school, but maybe they do by now. Maybe he ushered it in.
Cool.
I think so. Lloyd began his wrestling career shortly after graduation. He was trained by Georgia grappler Fred Avery in a makeshift ring set up in Avery's backyard.
Oh my God.
And then cut his teeth on the Georgia Independent Circuit for 2 years, during which he was given the name Sugar Ray Lloyd by Tommy Rich. Now that's pretty hardcore, right, Marky Xtreme? Glacier was a backyarder and he cut his teeth. Ouch.
Yeah, first of all, thoughts and prayers. I hope his teeth have been healed. But second, I can't help. Skeeter, what the hell? Like, this is. Glacier could be my dad.
That's what I'm saying. This is a Christmas thing. I don't know why you want to talk about Sting, because I've done some research.
It's hard for me not to now imagine what next year I could have Christmas morning with my real dad. I could wake up and then finally grab Ted by the dick and then the neck and throw him out of our window like I've always imagined. I'm going to just tell you right now how I always pictured it. My real dad comes in, puts his wrestling bag on the ground from a hard weekend of kicking ass and taking names. And he's still got his gear on, and he's ready to fuck. And he just sets his bags down. He's smoking a cigarette. He chugs a beer and he says, "Daddy's home." And I run up and I hug him and I'm crying and I'm crying and I'm crying. And I'm like, "Can we go fucking play catch?" And he's like, "No, not yet. I got to fuck your mom again. I got to give you a brother. You need a tag team partner." And then I finally I'm like, "Totally fine, Dad. I understand. It's time to grow the family." So then I grab Ted by the neck and the balls and then I throw him out. And then it's like the best Christmas morning ever. That's kind of what I hope happens next year.
I like most of that. I don't think it's necessary to be mean to Ted, because he'd still be a part of the extended family.
Oh, hell no. The moment my dad comes back, Ted is a homeless man.
But there's just more presents.
That is something to consider, but my first instinct is to throw Ted out onto the streets.
And I don't think Glacier needs to have relations with your mom again, probably because he's harnessed his powers so much he could just make a snowman come to life and that'd be your brother.
I mean, that all depends on what my mother wants to do. Her vagina at this point, is a broken down ship ready to sink. And so that's on her. I don't tell a woman what that's up to, a woman to decide what she wants to do with her vagina.
Yeah. Your mom one time had one of them Stouffer's lasagnas, the family size, and she's taking it out of the oven. She wasn't wearing any oven mitts, and she burned her hands and she dropped it on the floor and it splattered everywhere. And she goes, "That's like looking in a mirror."
I get it.
I don't get it.
I get it.
I don't get it.
I would fuck. I don't want to have to move on.
Lloyd joined World Championship Wrestling, then the NWA, for their 1989 Great American Bash Tour, in which his debut match was a loss to Butch Reed in Albany, Georgia. He recalled in a March 2001 interview with WCW Magazine, quote, "To be in the same ring with a man that big who could move like that was intimidating." Mark Xtreme, would you be intimidated if you were in the ring with Glacier, possibly your father?
Well, it would depend on if he is legally my father, and that's, something we'll be working on after the conclusion of this podcast. Trust me, we will start this the hunt for the Glacier DNA. But it all depends on if he's my father, because it's like if I was standing across the ring finally, working a program with my dad, and I would, it would be intimidating. But it's a psychological factor. If I know he's my dad, I'm gonna be a scared little bitch. But if I know he's not my dad, he's my bitch. And so it all depends on if Glacier's my real dad. But wow, man, fuck.
I can see that. You don't get intimidated by many, but it's
None.
possible.
And nobody intimidates me.
Some people do.
No.
Some.
Only Santa Claus when he doesn't bring me any gifts, or like only Santa Claus when he doesn't get me one of the exclusive podcast t-shirts over at OnYourMarkShow.com. Skeeter, tell the fine listeners about the exclusive podcast t-shirts that they can find at OnYourMarkShow.com.
That is a great website for alternate exclusive shirts that are not going to be anywhere else. You can't even find them in stores. Surprisingly enough, you can go there. It's a way to help support Dragon Wagon. It's a way to help support the show. And I hear there's a bestseller over there, Mark Xtreme.
What one?
Toll Ride.
People are buying that shit?
Yeah. It's huge. People love it. It's like a trend. And there's an exclusive. I'm not gonna pop a can of Mario 2 burpee. There's a Toll Ride shirt there, and you can get one yourself. And it makes Mark Xtreme super mad. It might get you blocked on social media, but you can always make another account.
Get you blocked. Definitely.
Well, what if you get paid from a Toll Ride shirt? Are you still mad?
I'll take any money for anything from anybody and ruin their life, but yeah, I'm still gonna be pissed.
Okay, well, check out all those shirts. They're pretty dang cool, and I suggest you get them because they also make great stocking stuffers or belated Christmas presents when you're like, oh, sorry, I forgot to get you some here.
I would agree.
During weekends when he worked Southern Championship Wrestling shows while receiving further training from Mr. Wrestling 2 and Bob Armstrong, he moved to Atlanta in 1990 and again as Sugar Ray Lloyd tag teamed with Swan as the Blazers. Lloyd additionally competed in the North Georgia Wrestling Alliance alongside future WCW stars Scotty Riggs, Buff Bagwell, and Disco Inferno.
Whoa, Skeeter, did you just say Disco Inferno? You just made it. You just fucked up saying something.
Can we start over?
Nope. That's out there. Take this shit more seriously.
I
Don't
want
fuck
to be
up.
on the Botchamania podcast.
I'm calling him.
Dang it.
Take it again.
Can we stop the recording?
Nope. Take it again. Just go right into it.
Disco Inferno. All future WWE Hall of Famers, Mark Xtreme. Which one of the ones that I mentioned would you induct first?
None of them. What? Disco Inferno was a bitch. Scotty Riggs was kind of cool, but only when he got the eye patch and was looking like a sick pirate. But I don't know if that he's caliber to be in the WCW Hall of Fame. Who else did you say?
WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, the WWE Hall of Fame. Definitely nobody then. Buff Bagwell, we could clearly saw he dropped the ball when he got, even though he was in the NWO and fucking Fort Life Too Sweet, but he dropped the ball when he had that match with Booker T. Remember that?
That match was that's one of the best WCW matches I've ever seen.
Oh God, you would say that. But no, so if I will say this, if Glacier's my dad, then him.
Okay. During a conversation with friend Diamond Dallas Page, he mentioned he was planning to integrate martial arts into his wrestling, which Lloyd had been unable to do during the early days of his career. And at Page's request, WCW President Eric Bischoff, a martial arts practitioner himself, met with Lloyd for 3 hours and signed him to a contract. Marky Xtreme, you had a conversation with Eric Bischoff. Did you ever mention that you bring the backyard style into your wrestling?
Skeeter, you were there. No, I didn't talk about that because one, he knew who I was. He respected me, and you clearly saw at the end of that evening in New York, I whooped his ass.
Well, it definitely wasn't 3 hours, that's for sure. And you guys didn't get along when he grabbed you in a headlock with his legs, his old man legs, and held your head up next to his
No, that's not what happened. But anything, this is a great opportunity to take a brief trip into the vault and to hear like a little bit about Eric Bischoff, my conversation with Eric Bischoff when I interviewed him in New York for On Your Mark Live.
From the vault.
Why, Eric Bischoff, why is there no WCW Hall of Fame? Woo.
Because there's no WCW, dumbass. I mean, if there was a WCW, there'd be a WCW Hall of Fame. There was actually a WCW Hall of Fame. We had it for like 5 or 6 minutes. It got over really well. But
Where was it at?
well, it wasn't at anywhere. Much like the WWE Hall of Fame isn't at anywhere.
Oh, yeah. I think that you guys could have put it in like, you could put, if there was a WCW Hall of Fame, you could put it in like Scott Steiner's Shoney's.
Or the CNN Center, or something more prestigious.
Yeah, maybe, whatever,
Or the
tomato.
Gold Club.
Yeah, good goal.
From the vault.
Oh, there you have it, Skeeter. And Eric Bischoff, he's talking about, the WCW Hall of Fame and what it could have been.
Oh, if only. Beginning in April 1996, Lloyd's new ring persona, Glacier, a gimmick similar to a character in Mortal Kombat, was introduced via a series of vignettes during WCW programming that featured the tagline, "Blood Runs Cold." It was printed in the October 1996 issue of WCW magazine that Glacier traveled to Japan to study a fighting style that combined martial arts and pro wrestling maneuvers with a 400-year-old helmet passed down to him by his master instructor, David Stater. He was then given the name Glacier by Sensei Stater as a symbolization of the power of the elements. Wow! You can't print it in WCW magazine if it ain't true. Glacier has a 400-year-old helmet. What's the oldest thing you own, Marky Xtreme?
My pecker,
How old is it?
as old as me.
The same?
Yeah, what did it exist before me? It's only the oldest thing on my possession.
That's crazy.
Do you think that if Glacier's my dad, he'll then give me that sick helmet?
I hope so. Because then can I play with it?
No, I would wear it to the ring. I would start probably just wearing Glacier's gear to the ring. How fucking sick would that be?
That'd be really cool. Would you change your name? Would you be like Baby Ice?
No, it wouldn't be Baby Ace.
Baby Glacier?
No, I'd be like Glacier, Iceberg, Mark Berg, or Mark Sure, or be Popsicle, or fucking Snowflake, or fucking Free Mr. Freeze, or fucking Cold. I'd be Cold.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. I'd be cold.
Cold.
Hey, I'm cold and I'm here to whoop your ass.
Oh, cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
That's got a nice ring to it.
I like it. Glacier debuted on WCW Monday Nitro on September 9th, 1996 against Big Bubba Rogers. Psst, that's the Big Boss Man.
Psst, don't fucking psst me. I know everything.
Is it fair to say that if you lost to Glacier, your career was put on ice?
I don't get it.
Because no one ever got
I get
good
the
again.
joke. It's stupid. Don't try to be funny.
Okay, but for seriouslys, is it no one ever did well after losing the Glacier? It's like he was a career killer.
Another similarity to me. Even more furthers my suspicions that he's my dad.
That makes sense because everyone you wrestle can't ever break the glass ceiling.
Mm-mm.
And
The ice ceiling, so to say. Yeah.
they're stuck under it.
Mm-hmm.
According to rumor and innuendo, Glacier is said to have one of the most expensive entrances in wrestling history at over $500,000. Blue laser lights, snow falling from the ceiling, and the armor of Glacier cost over $35,000.
Shit.
Was this too much money spent or not enough?
Not a fucking enough, man. Especially if it's my dad, he deserves even more. You know, you can't. Nobody out there can say that Glacier didn't have a sick ass intro, and you know, like it is without a doubt, you know, worth every penny, and that's what I say the same about my intro in Backyard Wrestling Entertainment. You know, you can tell them, Skeeter, it costs a fortune.
Yeah, you go through a lot of that fake grass stuff because you bring it in the new sod and you set off. You don't really have pyro; you just more so set it on fire,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's just burned up for the rest of the show, and then it's got to be replaced. So that gets real expensive with the fire extinguishers,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to.
Sometimes it gets out of control. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then you have a combination like fire and ice because there's all that fire, and then all that ice puts it out.
Yeah, I try to give people all the elements in my intro, and fire, ice, fucking wind. You know, I walk up to people, I fart in their face, and water. You know, we get Skeeter over behind the fence, just spraying everybody with the water hose.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Heart.
What?
Captain Planet.
Oh,
He's the
fuck.
planet. It makes you everything. That's the planet.
I don't think that's how the song went, but I mean, I wouldn't know though, you know, because I don't watch cartoons or bullshit like that. But yeah, you know, so an entrance is very important in wrestling, you know, and it is what I think people remember the most about Glacier, definitely me and as well, and I think that I take my entrance just as seriously.
On September 1st, nearly a year after he made his official debut, Glacier was handed his first singles loss by Buff Bagwell. It's the first time we'd see a streak that was broken that crushed wrestling fans. Of course, the fans had seen Glacier's undefeated streak being broken. We'd see Goldberg lose, The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Do fans have to fear Marky Xtreme's streak losing as well?
Well, I want to make everyone's hearts and rest and buttholes unclenched because there is never going to be a loss for Marky Xtreme. You know, you wrestling fans have had to endure too much pain with the losses of all these past prestigious streaks, you know, but rest assured, Marky Xtreme will never lose.
Can you put that in writing?
It's in my contract.
Okay, well then we're good, everybody. It's going to be fine. We never have to worry about this.
There you go.
Now, you touched on this earlier.
I didn't touch on that earlier. I didn't touch nothing.
You touched something earlier. You touched it.
I didn't. No. Okay, everybody listening at home, I did not touch anything earlier.
Earlier, Marky Xtreme touched on this thing. We're going to talk about it. Glacier controls the elemental power of ice. Marky Xtreme, do you control any elements?
Wind.
That's some really dirty wind.
Ain't nobody controls breaking wind like me. Take it in. Take it in. What? Why are you rubbing your eyes?
Because it got in there.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. That is a lethal wind, and I know you argue against it, but I think I should, and I think a lot of wrestlers watching should incorporate farting in fucking guys' faces as a finishing move, because it's a slow killer. One, you fucking fart, and then the smell gets them, so they start almost puking, and then eventually it's going to make their eyes water. It's like fucking tear gas, and then it's like the worst is yet to come when they get fucking pink eye.
Yeah, that just seems mean. That makes me question wanting to be a wrestler if everybody's just going to start farting in each other's faces.
I think what's the next step? Everything's been done in this business. That's the eventual next step. Incorporating bodily functions into the match. Pissing on people, farting on people, fucking seamlins, Yeah,
you're not wrong. This is why we listen to a champion's perspective on all this, because I can't think like that. I can't think that far ahead. I have to write something down in order to think that far ahead.
Mark my words, farting and seamlins will be used in wrestling in about 5 to 10 years.
I will be there front row. Glacier spent the next 3 months on a losing streak, losing matches to the likes of Steve McMichael, Prince Iakea, and Lex Luger on Nitro and Thunder, while feuding on the side with Chris Adams on WCW Saturday Night in a battle of super kick finishers. Then, Glacier entered a feud with Perry Saturn, starting with an angle in which he cut a promo on the May 11th Nitro, declaring that his cryonic kick finisher was his own move and threatened to take out anyone who used it. Mark Xtreme, what would you do if someone stole your finishing move?
I'd go straight to their door of their home, kids sleeping, whenever, knock on the door, open the door, and I would shoot them because they've stolen my property. And when somebody steals your property, anything to do with your property, you're legally allowed to shoot them.
Is that for reals?
Yeah. Martial law. That's how that works.
Those martial arts.
No, that's different. That's what Glacier does.
Yeah.
Different thing.
There's two different martials?
There's lots of marshals. There's not just one marshal.
How many marshals are there?
There's hundreds and thousands of marshals in the world.
There's martial law, martial arts. What other marshals?
Do I have to go down the list of all the marshals I've met?
Yes, please.
Marshall Edwards down the street. QT Marshall. Marshall Evans from my 3rd grade class. Marshall Richardson from fucking the guy who works at 7-Eleven that hooks me up with the cheeseburger hot dogs. Fucking, that's all I can remember, but I know there's more out there.
That's a lot of marshals already. I'm already overwhelmed by just the 2.
Can I also say something that I'm starting to lose faith that Glacier is my dad because he lost his streak, and I don't know that anymore.
Well, see, you just touched on something that we're about to
I didn't touch on anything.
You just touched it, so we're gonna touch it
fuck.
together now. By early 1999, Glacier was on a losing streak to lower card opponents, and fans speculated that WCW was trying to bury the character and allow Lloyd to transition into a new one. This came to a head on February 6th when he was pinned on a Saturday night by Al Green. 5 days later, a series of skits aired on Thunder in which Glacier, tired of his gimmick, sold his armor, mask, and helmet to Kaz Hayashi and Miller, and Ono convinced the gullible Hayashi to buy the gear for 10 times Glacier's asking price. And for a short time, Miller came out to Glacier's music and entrance while Hayashi wore his armor and mask to the ring. So, Marky Extreme, should younger wrestlers fear big wrestling companies burying their character and telling them to lose?
Well, I I think that you got to do what's best for business. And, you know, clearly whoever was running that show, I respect their choice, you know, because as a business owner, you know, sometimes you got to do things that might not make sense to the boys, you know, for the betterment of the business. And it happens in every company, and mine included. And, you know, that might have just been what was best for business at the time, or what they thought was best for business.
Maybe that's what he did to provide for a son that he hadn't met yet.
Maybe.
Think of that. Think of the love that a father would have for a son to give up his obviously natural, undefeated winning abilities to go, okay, I'll lose for my son.
And didn't you say he sold that stuff to them, that gear?
Yeah, and he got ripped off.
Well, regardless, it's probably a lot of money because that gear's worth so much. That was probably him. Maybe if he is my dad, you know, so I'm on the fence now, but maybe he was setting up a college fund for me.
Could be.
Not that I would go to college. I would take that money and I'd fucking spend it.
He could have been buying you your own Taco Bell so you could have a hell in a Taco Bell and it's not a problem.
Can you imagine?
It's your rules and you break them.
You know, every Taco Bell we go in, we ask if they'll just sell it to us, you know, but nobody's budging. They said there's fucking ways you got to do this and it requires all this money down and dumb bullshit. You know, I think everything has a price.
I agree. Though Lloyd had not appeared on television following the end of Glacier, he, along with Gene Okerlund, Alex Wright, and other WCW personalities, attended the public grand opening of the Nitro Grill at the Excalibur Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas on May 22nd, 1999. The restaurant lasted only 16 months and closed in September 2000. Okay, this is what I'm pitching, Marquee Xtreme, that if you can't buy a Taco Bell because there's too much Dragoner rolls, then could we reopen the Nitro Grill?
I don't think that that's honestly a bad idea, Skeeter. You know, we could honestly, you know, there's probably tons of Chuck E. Cheese's going out of business, so we could probably... What?
No.
Yeah, they're fucking going out of business left and right.
Why?
Because they're fucking weird and they're creepy houses of weird.
The neighbors next to them that don't go into the Chuck E. Cheese?
No,
yeah.
Anyways, when a Chuck E. Cheese that goes out of business, that'd probably be a prime real estate for a Nitro Grill.
Can't it just be both? Can't it be like a Pizza Hut Taco Bell situation where it's a Chuck E. Cheese Nitro Grill
and a Nitro Grill? That's, you know what, Skeeter? If the demand is there, I always give the people what they want.
We can have the animal band that are robots. You say, I don't think that's true. We get the animal band playing along with like Conan and Alex Wright and Glacier.
And the Nitro Girls.
Yeah, they'd be dancing.
That'd be fucking sick.
And then there's arcade games and skee ball and pizzas.
And then fucking Ralphus.
Yes, he could be security.
Exactly.
I love this. Can we do this?
I think it's a genius idea. Just find us somebody to invest in it.
Well, you do it.
Well, my last investor clearly didn't, you know, work out too well.
Yeah, but they're the investor. Why don't you invest?
It's too big of a financial risk for my own money.
What is the risk about WCW and Chuck E. Cheese?
I mean, I agree. I'm just talking about what, you know. Okay, Skeeter, I don't have any fucking money.
What? I pay you all the time.
I know, and I spend it.
On what?
Essentials.
Essentials?
Yeah.
Like what?
Fucking, do I need to go down the list? Okay. Twinkies. Fucking.
Ugh.
Yeah. Hey, essentials. You know? That's pretty much all it is I spend on.
That's it? That's all you buy is the Twinkies?
Hey, I go through a lot of them. I need it. I need the sugar to keep me going.
Just flip it. Just turn it around.
You don't get how Twinkies work. like I do.
Only I don't, but I've seen what I've seen.
You haven't seen shit. You don't know what you see.
No, I haven't, but I've seen the filling.
You don't even know how it works.
I don't, but I don't think it's supposed to look like that. I think it's only supposed to be orange on the outside.
I know what goddamn Twinkie's supposed to look like.
On August 19th, Lloyd made his first televised appearance in 6 months, this time on Thunder, and the first of several promos as Coach Buzz Stern, featuring longtime independent wrestler Luther Biggs. The clips were filmed at the WCW power plant and served to introduce the storyline of Stern choosing the clumsy Biggs as his protege, and aired until the end of September when Biggs was pinned by Bobby Eaton in his in-ring debut on Thunder. Stern put Biggs in a post-match full Nelson as punishment. What kind of goofy idea is that, Marky Xtreme? A super awesome undefeated wrestler that also trains a dumb student that screws everything up? The wrestling world would hate that.
Yeah, Skeeter, that does sound stupid. Why, what more is there to talk about?
I don't know. It did not last long because people didn't like it. And so if that kept going, it would just be beating a dead horse.
Yeah, I'd agree 100%. It probably should have stopped before they started.
Mm-hmm. It's a good idea on paper, probably.
Yeah. And then fucking years later, they're hating their lives and fucking wasting tons of money and fucking to what? The three people that enjoy it?
They'd be lucky if there were three people.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I'm glad they stopped it. Should have done it years ago.
Over the following month, Stern served as Biggs' manager for only 3 additional matches, though the Stern character was inspired by Lloyd's days as a high school football coach prior to his WCW career and had received build-up to Mark Madden's weekly WCW.com column. He received a different reception from fans, and after Lloyd himself wrestled only his last match on November 4th, Thunder, it was a loss to Eddie Guerrero. Both Stern and Biggs were removed from television. Lloyd was one of the many wrestlers released by the company on November 21st, 1999, as part of a cost-cutting measure. Marky Xtreme, what was the real reason Glacier was frozen out of WCW?
I don't know. I wasn't handling the behind-the-scenes business of that company.
Frozen.
I get it.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if you got the ice joke.
No, I get it. I've seen Frozen. What? Wait, no, what? I haven't. No, I haven't.
Can we watch number 2 then?
No, fuck no. I didn't. Everybody listening, I made a fumble and I botched, and I've never seen Frozen. Anyways, I was not dealing with the behind the scenes of WCW at that time, but I've had to fire many people. I fired you many times. So different things happen. Different things happen. Different things have to happen.
Okay, everybody, hit up your Bing box if you don't believe me, but this is for real true. This is for real true. Glacier was not part of the WCW invasion of the WWE. Marky Xtreme, why?
What? I mean, clearly you had the best of the best out there. All this top of the line of the WWE's guys or WCW guys. He had Diamond Dallas Page, Booker T, Mark Jindrak, fucking Chuck Palumbo, fucking Meat. The best of the best in WCW. Who else? You don't want fucking Glacier in that mix. I mean, as I do respect everything about him. I think he's badass, great wrestler, awesome intro, but Glacier, but he is great. A great intro, awesome wrestler, cool look, fucking everything about him is great, but Glacier,
Yeah, Glacier, he could have won it. Vince McMahon wouldn't have thrown his jacket on the ground if Glacier had been in that match. Glacier could have told the rides.
Don't stop. Don't. Oh, you fucking. Fuck you.
Merry Christmas to you.
I hate you. It could have. I don't know. This is fantasy booking, but I have a differing of opinion.
Well, we agree to agree. Glacier then made his in-ring return in AEW at Double or Nothing in 2019 in the Casino Battle Royale. Although he did not win the Battle Royale, he's obviously a legendary wrestler who's there and signed a multi-year deal with AEW and is obviously ready to wrestle at any time and is ready to bring winter.
Yep.
I'm waiting. Aren't you waiting? I wait every time that you tell me about an AEW episode for Glacier to show up.
I mean, yeah, I think that, I'm waiting on lots of guys to show up, in wrestling matches. And I'm waiting for fucking Hulk Hogan to come back out and start the NWO again. And fucking, I'm waiting on fucking Kiwi to come out and, go on his undefeated streak that's going to inevitably happen. And fucking, I'm waiting on a lot of things, Skeeter. But, that's
ECW Originals, Marcus Corvon.
Oh, this is exhausting. Anyways, but yeah, it's like that's just a part of wrestling, Skeeters. You sometimes have to wait for the things to happen. You gotta wait for things to happen. Just like you'll one day get some, and you gotta wait for that to happen.
I hope we get some pizza soon. If we go to Chuck E. Cheese.
No, you ain't gonna get that kind of at Chuck E. Cheese. Trust me.
They don't have pizza at Chuck E. Cheese?
What?
They don't have pizza at Chuck E. Cheese no more?
What? Technically, yes, they do have at Chuck E. Cheese, but it's not
pizza.
No, that's not the kind you should stay away from that pizza. Skeeter.
I don't stay away from pizza at Chuck E. Cheese. Any straight pizza at Chuck E. Cheese is pizza for me.
This is why you get arrested repeatedly, Skeeter. Oh, I'm not bailing you out anymore.
Yeah, but they can't charge me with nothing because I didn't understand what happened.
That's not how the law works, you dumb bitch.
I got a question for you. What did the Titanic hit?
An iceberg.
Iceberm, right? Iceberm.
What are you saying?
Isn't that what Glacier put in your mom? Iceberm? Because he's an Iceman?
Are you saying iceberg?
Iceberm.
Ice-sperm? Are you saying sperms? Like
yeah, because that's what they put on ice. So it's like, oh, I want to have a baby. You should put your ice sperm on ice. And that's what the Titanic hit when they're trying to get everybody was going to Italian Christmas across the globe and they all crashed. And then that was the saddest Italian Christmas ever. And Celine Dion sang about it in that movie.
Oh my God.
But if we have an adventure, okay, just hear me out. If we have an adventure, if we get a boat and we go out to where the Titanic sank and we find the ice sperm that they hit and we get some of it back, we can get it for DNA testing to find out if Glacier's your dad.
I mean, if you can prove that Glacier semened all over an iceberg out there, then yes, I would take a boat out there. But you have no proof that this happened.
It's in a movie. The Titanic.
That is a fabrication. That is a scripted fictional film. That's fake.
But it's not, because you've seen the movie No Holds Barred, right?
Yes.
Zeus. Need I say more?
Rest in peace.
Yes. Rest in pieces. He came from the movie. He's alive, but now he's not alive. Just like the Titanic was alive and now it's not alive. Reese's Pieces.
Rest in peace, Titanic. Like I said, Skeeter, it's a fucking movie. It didn't really happen. Yes, Zeus is from a movie that did happen. No. It's two different things, Skeeter.
Yeah. Obviously, because Zeus is not ice sperm.
Oh my God.
But he is a big boat that everybody could ride on, and he probably wouldn't get broken in half and ruin Italian Christmas.
He might. He's a big dude. Was.
Well, now he'd be broken. But that's a different podcast for a different day. I'm just saying we should get a boat and get some ice sperm, and then we could put on little sticks and we make popsicles out of them. But we gotta not eat the popsicles.
I'm not making no popsicle stick out of this ice sperm.
Exactly. That's for Yoko Zubaz to do the taste test.
Exactly. That doesn't go anywhere near my mouth.
Yeah. But if he's not your dad, it's okay.
Oh, regardless, I'm not putting any ice sperm near my mouth.
It's hardcore.
I think I'm the judge of that.
That's true. We should get you a little hammer. So you'd be the judge of hardcore.
That's not bad.
That's a t-shirt right there, folks. A little Marky Xtreme as a judge of hardcore.
Okay, I'll decide what a fucking t-shirt is.
Oh, okay. Can that be a t-shirt?
Maybe.
That might be a t-shirt, everybody. That might be a t-shirt right there.
Maybe.
This has been exciting. We've uncovered so much, and this was my gift to you, Marky Xtreme. The possibility of your father being Glacier and one of your favorite wrestling episodes. I guess the Sting might be a more favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought you liked Glacier over the Sting more.
It's Sting. It's just Sting. And
The Sting.
No, Skeeter, I do not like Glacier over Sting more. That pisses me off that you would even say that. And, I am, he is now on my list of wrestlers to do DNA research from and decide and figure out if he is my father. But, that's good. That all takes time. It's science and, Yoko Zubaz's tastes or taste tests are not always, accurate. So he oftentimes has to get more DNA I can't, I'm a little excited. It would be nice to have my real dad here on Christmas for once.
Yeah, because what would be great is if Glacier's your dad, you can finally play catch and it's not a ball, it's a snowball.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'll take any ball I can.
Well, this has been a magical Christmas episode, and I've been focused, Marky Xtreme, this whole time. I think you'll be very proud of me because not only did I provide you this gift, and we provided together this wonderful gift to all the listeners, my phone has been ringing like crazy, and I've been paying attention to you. Yeah, it has. I put it on silent. I just see it like constantly going.
Okay.
And it's been all these unknown numbers.
Wait, you haven't been answering? Wait, what?
No, I didn't pick up the phone once because I've been focusing on the podcast, being a professional.
God dang it. Answer the phone. Is it ringing now?
No, it ran out of battery because it was ringing so much.
Me.
So you're welcome. You are welcome.
I hate you.
Double gift. I love you. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Italian Christmas.
Have you had the worst Christmas?
I haven't yet. It's been the best. And maybe we can watch the Sting match.
I'll be watching it by myself.
I'll always be watching you.
Oh, God. Wrap this shit up.
Okay, everybody, rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts. We're giving away t-shirts from time to time when we see really fun rating reviews on there. So give us a Marky Xtreme 5-star rating on there and write a little nice something, and that helps other people see this wonderful holiday gift of this podcast, and they'll go, well, I gotta listen to that because so many people wrote some nice words on there. Go to dragonwagonradio.com, listen to other fun Dragon Wagon Radio podcasts like what is Santa E Xtreme like in Dragon Wagon Radio?
The On Your Mark Wrestling podcast.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do you like any other ones though?
Nope.
Okay, well, there are other good ones. You should listen to them. And everybody have a safe and wonderful holiday. I know Marky Xtreme likes to be hardcore all year round and bleed and pee on things and all that, but maybe just one day you be safe yourselves and have good quality time with your family, especially your father, if you know who they are and they're in your life and they give you gifts and stuff. That's really precious and you should nurture that. Right, Marky Xtreme?
No, then everything you just said sounds like poppycock titty fart bullshit.
Well, happy holidays to everyone out there from Skater Skyflyer and from
Santee Xtreme.
Okay, bye-bye, everybody.
It's Dragon Wagon.